But as I say, if I can do it, you can do it. So get out there, talk to your healthcare provider. Hey, I want to learn self-management. Let's go.
Hello everybody. It's my great pleasure to interview an old friend of mine. I know him for so many years. We are in beautiful Amsterdam for the International Association for the Study of Pain World Congress on Pain. And Pete Moore is here from England, the UK. England.
Yeah,
Which
England,
city in England?
Yeah, still in England, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm here from Toronto, Canada. So we met in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
And I think you're going to love what Peter has to say. If you suffer from chronic pain and you hear me talking in this channel, my videos about self-management, pain self-management, what does it mean? What is it? Peter is the expert on this. He's been doing pain self-management for so many years. And I'd like, first of all, thank Peter for agreeing to talk to us today.
Yeah.
And so this, I just have, a couple of questions, Peter, but you talk, you're the expert. What brought you to the pain self-management world? How did your pain start?
Well, my journey is pretty much like most people's journey. But back then it was, I had back pain. I had back pain in my being a later teenager. But, and I sort of managed it through taking over-the-counter medication, perhaps resting sometimes. But it became a problem at the back end of '91 when I was painting a house actually opposite Windsor Castle, where the Queen lived. And but I went home that day, and little was I to know that me and the Queen or the royals would have something in common. But I found out I couldn't get out of bed the next morning, and I'd prolapsed some discs in my back. And so I went to the doctors and got pain medication. But it was that back then, as it is still now, a very medical model approach, and I was waiting for something to be given to me so it took the pain away so I could get on with my life, but it didn't happen that way anyway. So for the next couple of years I was struggling, having endless tests to find out what the problem was, that MRI scan, and taking copious amounts of medication, etc. And anyway, I decided one day, actually, I always remember a little saying, it said, if you want to learn something, to teach it. So I started up a back pain support group.
Oh, wow.
So I thought if I was around other people, I could pick up some hints and tips on how to manage my back pain. But anyway, so I started up the back pain support group, and one of our early speakers was a lady called Amanda Williams from the pain management program in London. And what she talked about at the program about managing your pain was what the message. I was ready to hear that.
Oh wow! And how long was that after your pain had started?
That was I met Amanda in about '94, I think.
So
yeah,
almost 3-4 years after.
Yeah. So I was really struggling. I did have some dark days of the soul, as they say. At one point in, I remember back in '93, '94, I was actually considering ending my life, because I just couldn't see any future for myself.
Because the pain was so intense?
Yeah, I just couldn't. I thought, is this what my life's going to be like, But obviously I didn't do that. And the Amanda came along and spoke to the group about pain management, about if I learned some certain skills like how to pace out my days, do some keeping active. They call it meaningful movement now. Back then it was stretching and exercising. That my pain levels would drop, etc. And I thought, wow, this is.
Did you believe it in the beginning?
Well, I was desperate. I know, because up until then I was a doctor shopper, therapy shopper, expecting other people to take my pain away. Anyway, I went on the program in July of '96, which totally transformed me, and I'm pleased to say that since 97 I've not had to take any pain medication.
Oh, isn't that amazing?
Yeah, so
going from bedridden, thinking about ending your life, to living and you travel all over. I see Pete in every pain conference all over the world, and on the internet. What a big change. So Pete, can you explain to our audience, to a person who is watching there and is in your situation in that 1995, situation,
Yeah.
like losing hope, that they don't know what else they can do, they have pain. And this would work for any kind of chronic pain. You
Yeah,
had low back
yeah,
pain,
yeah,
but this would
yeah.
work for basically any kind of pain. What is self-management? What is it you learn? Can you tell us a little bit about what made the big difference?
Well, the thing with the actual term self-management is a fairly new term, because back then it was called self-care or pain management.
Okay.
And it was with your American cousins who started.
They have a different name?
Yeah, they started using the term self-management,
Okay.
which has now been adopted throughout the world. But the thing is, the term self-management isn't a term that people in the street would have recognised,
No.
because it's like saying, "Oh, do you want to learn this self-management?"
Yeah.
This it's an unusual thing to
Yeah.
say. So what we've in recent years we've actually added a word called supported self-management, because a lot of people, when they was told to go and self-manage, they thought, "Oh, well, you've got to go off and do things yourself."
Okay.
But so we added supported self-management. They're actually being supported by a member of their healthcare team or a pain management program, etc., etc. Okay, so self-management, isn't a term really that is well known in the street, but it's well known in the pain management world. But for me, self-management, supported self-management, is the way to go for many people who live with long-term pain, persistent pain, or even long-term conditions. You know, that term now is used for people with long-term conditions.
Like what? Like diabetes?
Diabetes, what is known as chronic diseases, I
Chronic
suppose.
diseases, yeah.
So asthma, chronic COPD, multiple, general long-term conditions. So self-management is the way to go. But supported self-management means is that you're working together in collaboration with a member of your healthcare team. But what people need to learn is some certain skills, just nice simple skills, not rocket science. And I always say to people, if I can do it, you can do it. So in self-management, we learn things like how to pace your daily activities.
Okay.
And when you pace your daily activities, you'll find you'll be able to do more throughout the day,
Yeah.
but without increasing your pain or your symptoms. Learning how to do meaningful movement, stretching, exercising, things like that. Keeping active seems to be a good way to go. And I always remember seeing comments on social media from healthcare professionals who say, if exercise was a pill, they will be prescribing it for different healthcare professions.
Yes,
What to do if you have a setback plan, setting goals, action plans, etc. So in a way, it's not just one thing in self-management. It's a multiple thing. But the thing is just choose the 5 main skills which I've just mentioned.
Okay.
So it's just keeping it simple. But it's always helpful to work in collaboration with your healthcare provider.
Where can people go to find those skills, to learn what are the things that they need to be part? Like the patient has to be part of the healthcare team.
Yeah.
I tell my patients, I'm prescribing, the first thing that I prescribe to them is education. And I tell them, go and get educated, learn about your pain, learn about your diagnosis, learn about the things that you can do for yourself. Because I don't have time to teach you everything, even though I have the channel, the book. But I don't have time in the clinic, to spend time with them. So where can they go? Where can they find your tools that you developed?
Well, in Canada, you've got fantastic resources over there.
We do have in Canada,
which
yeah.
Virginia McIntyre runs,
Yeah.
People in Pain Network. And I work with lots
The
of
Power of a Pain Portal. I have a video about the Power of a Pain Portal.
I work with many Canadian healthcare professionals now, and self-managers like myself, my buddy Keith Meldrum. I work with him, and we've collaborated on different projects. Obviously, the Pain Toolkit is a worldwide.
Okay.
I didn't expect it to be a worldwide product, but it's like the Pain Toolkit.
We'll put a link here, and you can find where you can go to find the Pain Toolkit.
So the Pain Toolkit is a little bit of a hub as well, as a go-to place where it's just not for people with pain, but also healthcare professionals as well. And we've just this year we launched the Pain Toolkit Academy, which is for healthcare professionals, so they can learn the basics of self-management, so they can support their patients.
Yeah.
But I was being surprised with this congress.
Yeah.
Before I came here, I come over on the ferry, and I was saying to myself, "Oh God, I wonder what it's going to be like." I think because it's all very medical. But I've been taken aback. I've really been shocked the amount of people have tracked me down and saying, Pete, I want to learn more about self-management.
Yeah.
Self-management now isn't, I call it the Cinderella part of the healthcare. It's now becoming, you know, I've been talking about the World Health Organization, and now the healthcare professionals want to get involved with self-management. So really, there shouldn't be a problem wherever you're watching this in the world. There shouldn't be a problem for you to go and find someone who can help you support to use to self-manage your pain or long-term conditions.
Yeah, and we do get people from all over the world.
Yeah.
So I welcome you to write your comments in the video below. Where are you watching from, and do you have some skills? If you have chronic pain, if you live with chronic pain, write about what did you learn about self-management from this channel, from any other sources. Where you live, do you have access to a healthcare professional that knows how to recommend these tools? Because again, if the doctor, nurses, physiotherapists, they never heard about self-management, they're not going to recommend. So maybe you can tell your clinicians, whoever is taking care of you, to go and download those tools, learn about self-management so they can also help other patients. And again, remember that this video is not intended to provide you medical advice. This is only educational. Pete and I, we are here to help you. And if you have any trouble, if you have any emergency while you're watching this video, please talk to your doctor, go to the nearest emergency department that you have, or call an ambulance if you feel unsafe while you're watching this video. And don't forget to give a like and subscribe to this channel.
Well, thank you, Andrea, for inviting me. Your videos, I always signpost people to your videos because they're so educational and valuable as well. So, but as I say, if I can do it, you can do it. So get out there, talk to your healthcare provider. Hey, I want to learn self-management. Let's go.